Hey guys, welcome back to Super Dynamic Pros. I'm your host, Michael Sarabona.
I'm Isaiah Amaro.
And today we're going to be reviewing actually a bunch of things. We've been kind of busy for the last couple of weeks. So
Holidays, yeah.
Holiday season's really kicking in. And a lot of good stuff has come out. And instead of just doing multiple videos, we're going to do a review kind of like a review dump.
Shotgun, yeah.
Right?
Review
Like,
blast.
Review blast. Alright, so guys, we're going to be talking about Creed 2, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, Widows, Overlord, and Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. So, let's start off with Creed 2. Isaiah, I'm a huge fan of the Rocky franchise.
As am I.
Loved Creed.
Surprisingly enough, Creed worked. I didn't think Creed was going to work as a movie, but the first one had that something that made it different than everything else.
There was like a magic to it. Like,
it was a perfect formula of
it was
rockiness and being its own thing.
No, yeah, like it felt much of like a Rocky movie, but like it also felt like this new guy's story.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan's character Adonis Creed. So Creed 2 actually picks up a couple years after the events of Creed 2. Creed 2 picks up a couple years after the events of Creed 1.
Yeah, I was
My bad.
Creed and Creed 2.
And now Adonis Creed is now the heavyweight champion of the world. Everything seems to be looking great for him. You know, he's starting a family now. He's got Rocky in his corner, you know, training him. He's pretty much on top of the mountain.
Yeah, he's pretty much unstoppable. He's undefeated champ. I think he's like 21 wins, 22 wins he had under his belt.
Yeah. I think the one loss he had was in the ending of Creed 1. But now, to make things interesting, now Ivan Drago's kid, which if you all remember from Rocky 4, Ivan Drago is the one who killed Apollo Creed in the ring back in 1985. Now his kid is now challenging Adonis Creed for the title. And man, I gotta say, I think I might actually like this better than Creed 1.
Oh, that was the first thing.
To
The
be
minute
honest.
I saw this movie, I texted him. I was like, this is way better than the first one. I mean, I like the first one, but this one, again, it surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. A sequel to a movie I didn't think was going to work the first time, the sequel actually did better.
I just think I felt a little bit more emotionally attached to the story.
Yeah.
Just because, like, what Adonis goes through, you know, just the fact that, like, this is the man that killed his father in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, there's, like, this sort of, like, a revenge element to it. And when you see Ivan Drago's kid, like, he is huge. He is a monster.
Surprisingly enough, he looks more of a heavyweight than Michael B. Jordan. Looks like a heavyweight.
Yeah, I still don't understand the heavyweight.
How is he a heavyweight?
I
I mean,
don't get it.
No, they go by weight and height, but if you look compared to the two, it's like, yeah, you two should not be fighting each other.
It's like a mountain versus like a rock.
It's like Michael
you know?
B. Jordan, Michael B. Jordan should be at least like a welterweight or middle class
It's
weight
like
or
featherweight, middleweight.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
But
he should not be a heavyweight champion. His arm length is nothing compared to Ivan Drago's.
No,
The
not
height,
one
the
bit.
weight is like, holy crap! How do you let them two fight?
Yeah, so when you're actually watching the fights in this movie, like you're terrified for Adonis throughout each fight.
Yeah.
Like I would never step in the ring against that giant of a man.
No, I'm watching
No
the
way.
movie too. Like compared to like some of the other Rocky movies, like you could see the hits are hurting him.
Yeah.
Like before, when
Yeah.
Rocky takes a hit, he ate it. Like he's like, all right, let's go. Take more. Like him, like you could see like his eyes are moving around too much. Like he's not focused right now, or he's scared because he just got hit very hard by a truck.
No, the boxing scenes in this movie are incredibly shot. Just kind of like the first one. Incredibly shot. You feel every punch, you hear every sound to it. Incredibly shot. But I think what's really the best part about Creed 2 is just the drama between the fights.
Yeah, the story behind the fights, and you actually feel more for the villain of this series than you do in any other Rocky movie. Like you start off in the beginning with the guy, and it's like, okay, wow, you see the backstory and all that, and you see it in his face where it's like, wow, you're not a bad guy, but I care for you. I actually kind of hope you kind of win. It's hard to choose
Dang, I don't
between
know
the
about
two.
that.
No, but it is. Like, when I watched them, I was like, I kind of want him to win, but I kind of don't want him to win. Like, I want Creed to win, but I kind of want Drago to win.
I think it's because like they really make you feel like emotionally attached to the Dragos.
Yeah.
Because like they really show like what happened to Ivan Drago after he lost, you know, the original fight back in Rocky 4. Like
Yeah.
pretty much an entire nation of people like turned his back on him.
Yeah, and then the
You know?
world of Russian boxing kind of went completely downhill because he did lose in his country.
He lost in Moscow.
He lost in,
Yeah. I mean, remember, Rocky 4 is the movie that ended the Cold War.
yeah, weird.
That's a fact. Don't believe your history teacher.
Rocky did it.
Rocky did it. So yeah, and Michael B. Jordan is fantastic in this movie. I honestly think he's gonna win an Oscar one day.
Honestly, he stole the show in this one. And the first Creed movie, of course, Sylvester Stallone kind of stole the show a little bit in that one, with his
Yeah.
whole backstory with the cancer and all that. This one, I felt more for him in this one than Sylvester's character.
Yeah, well, this one is definitely more of a Creed movie than is a Rocky movie. They do, I mean, it's not really a spoiler. They do drop the whole cancer storyline like completely.
No, yeah, he looked a lot
Completely.
better. Like
Yeah.
that chemo kicked in so good. It's been years,
It
but
has been like 3 years.
yeah, like you look good for for a guy like that.
But no, I still want Stallone to at least be nominated like he was in the last one.
Oh, so we're
I just
supporting.
I just want him to win for in a Rocky movie, you know?
Yeah, this one kind of ended perfectly on everybody. Like they finally put a cap on Rocky. Like I don't know what more of an arc he could have,
Yeah.
or what more can he change in the next one. And same thing with Creed. It's like you ended this so perfectly. I do and I don't want a third one.
It's like if you give me a third one, like I'm still gonna go see it,
Of course.
but it's all gonna depend on like what's your story.
Like what can you go on next?
Yeah.
You just defeated the man of the father that killed your father.
Yeah, unless if he goes after Clubber Lang's kid,
You just go
Mr.
after,
T's kid,
just go
yeah,
after everybody's kid.
everyone's kid, Tommy Gunn's kid,
If you had-
whoever was in Rocky Balboa,
Yeah. Well, that or
go after
yeah.
everybody. Well, so if we're gonna rank Creed from our scale of dynamic, delightful, decent, disappointing, and dreadful, super dynamic for me.
Super dynamic for you.
Super dynamic for me.
It was a fight
I
between
love
dynamic,
this.
super dynamic. But what really won me over on this movie, the score was pretty damn good.
Ooh, yes. Score is great.
The montage of him training for the final fight to just even him in the ring and then throwing like the classic Rocky song in it. It's like this is pretty good.
Oh, it's definitely has one of the best training montages in all the Rocky movies.
You
Without a
don't
doubt.
even know how much more can you do a training montage since every single movie has a training montage. This one kind
Great
of
montage.
it is getting better and better. I don't know how
You
they're
know,
doing
like,
it.
The montage itself is like 10 out of 10. Everything else just adds up to it. All right, so we're going to move on to Fantastic Beasts and it's just the Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts: colon.
The Crimes of Grindelwald. So yeah, it's a sequel, prequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. We pick up, I think, like a year after the events of Fantastic Beasts, the first
Yeah.
one. And Grindelwald is now, he broke out of, I guess, New York prison.
Yeah, New York Magic Prison.
New York Magic Prison.
I forgot the name of it, honestly.
I don't remember. New York Magic Prison, and now he's like in Paris. He's trying to rally up people to join his side.
Mhm.
And Newt Scamander is hired by Dumbledore to find Credence,
Yeah.
Ezra Miller's character in the first one. Look, all right. I love the Harry Potter movies. I really do. I enjoyed Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. But this is definitely one of the weaker ones for me. It's not bad. Like, I actually do enjoy a lot of the stuff in this movie. I enjoy the Paris, like, side of the magic life of the Wizarding World.
Yeah, I'm glad they got out of New York and
Yeah.
in this one.
Like, that's why I like Fantastic Beasts a lot. Like, I like seeing, like, the New York 1920s Wizarding World, what that world would be.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked what they did with this one. I just think the plot of this movie kind of goes a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, it can't focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to do A, and then, you know what, let's just go to side quest B, and then, you know what, hold on for that one, because I want to do a little bit of C, but let's jump back to B, and then finish off with A.
Hang on, guys. We're at D right now. We're not going to C yet. We went straight to D.
And the problem is, this is what happens when the creator gets involved too much and wants to do everything that he or she written in the book
J.K.
originally.
Rowling, yeah.
Yeah, she wrote this one, right? If I'm not
She
mistaken,
wrote this. She wrote the screenplay
this
for
one,
this
yeah.
one.
And it's just way
First
too
time.
much for once, and it's just, yeah, let's just trim the fat, take away X and Y. Like, there's a lot of things in the original Harry Potter series that never made to film, because it's gonna be too much for one film.
Oh no, I'm actually rereading the first book right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff they took out, and kind of necessary.
Yeah, honestly,
necessary
to
to
tell
take out.
a story compared to telling a book or a TV show, like, you just have to just get from A to B and tell that story
Yeah.
fully. And this one, I felt like, yeah, like he said, it was just too much all over the place. It didn't know
Too much
what
all
it
over the
wants to
place.
do. And then it kind of brushes off important key elements, like, how is this guy back and he has, like, full memory? And they just kind of brush it off
Oh,
so quickly.
yeah, they don't explain it at all. Things I do like about it, I'm not gonna lie, I like Newt Scamander. I like
his character.
Eddie Redmayne, or is it Freddie?
What?
Freddie Redmayne?
Who's Freddie? Oh, the actual character?
Yeah, no.
His real life?
No, yeah,
His
the
real
actor.
name? Oh, I don't
I
know
think it's
his name.
Freddie. I'm going with Freddie Redmayne. I like him as Newt Scamander. I like the kind of innocence he brings to that character.
Right.
You know, it kind of makes you feel a little more attached to him. I mean, I actually did like most of the characters in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jude Law as Dumbledore is awesome.
He's great. Johnny Depp's character.
I actually do like Johnny Depp in this movie. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
actually do, yeah, because it doesn't feel like a
Yeah.
Johnny Depp being a Johnny Depp.
No.
If that makes sense. It's like not like a
And-
regular old Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm tired of being Jack Sparrow.
No, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more of like a low key kind of villainous role.
Yeah.
But I also I got worried the fact that like, are they gonna kind of make him more of like a Voldemort type character? Like,
no.
is he gonna be too much like Voldemort? And
Which he's not
really.
No.
No.
He has a point. He does point it out, but he doesn't want to rule the world. He just wants to, just be known out there. Stop being in hiding.
He has a great speech. He has a great speech in the movie.
He has a great monologue.
I was like, damn, I might be on his side.
I would have
right now.
jumped in. I would have jumped in that circle.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, you got me, sir. Yeah, why am I hiding in the from humans for? I'm more powerful than they are.
And that's why like in like there's like certain like character changes with the main characters. I think I know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, it is kind of explained here. Now it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Why there's like a certain character that does like a change, why they would do it. I was actually pretty okay with it. My only really problem with it is that in the middle of the movie, like it's just you're just kind of going, you're going to too many places.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a real like straight point A to point B like you mentioned before. So, if I'm gonna rate this from our scale of dynamic, delightful, decent, disappointing, and dreadful, I'm gonna go low, delightful. I still like being in this world, and I'm excited to see more of it.
I won't give it because this movie is basically just a stepping stone to something bigger.
Oh, it's a sequel setup for sure.
This is basically just I'm gonna tell you this now, but the real movie is gonna be in the next one.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I don't know, like sometimes like Star Wars or Marvel or something, like other stories like that, trilogies, they will tell you a great story, and then at the end they will be like, oh yeah, here's something else for the sequel. This one is basically just, here you go, hold on for this, because the next one, like, it's coming. So I'm gonna give it a delightful. I did enjoy it. Visually, the movie was stunning.
No, yeah, beautiful.
Actor wise, everybody was good. There's a good twist at the end and all that, and
I did like the twist when I thought about it more.
I didn't think about it at first, and I'm like, oh, you know what, that does make sense. A little bit, but it works.
I will say, watching it a second time kind of answers a lot more questions.
Watching the movie throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did benefit watching it a second time.
I foresee
did
it.
watch it a second time. Yeah, a lot of people were trying to compare the Fantastic Beasts to like the Star Wars prequels and like the Hobbits.
Yeah.
No, these are 10 times better than those.
Yeah, then better than Hobbits, yeah.
Way
But I
better
can see
than
where
Hobbits.
the comparisons do come in.
No, yeah.
Because it's hard to make a prequel, because then it can't really be its own thing 100%, because it has to work
Yeah.
in the guidelines of Harry Potter's world. So yeah, I think it did its best. I think hopefully the next time they'll learn from this, and then the third one will be the true sequel that we kind of deserve.
Yeah, and much more of the story that we're kind of anticipating.
Yeah.
A lot more. So yeah, definitely. All right, so next up, you saw Widows.
I did.
I did not. Tell me, is this the female version of Heat?
No. I
Whoa.
heard what people were saying. I've seen the Rotten Tomato scores is 90%, this
Yeah,
and
like
that.
94%.
I don't see where it is. I am sorry. I do like the actors and the actresses in this movie.
Is it Viola Davis?
She's good in what she is, but story, it was kind of boring. I was kind of dozing off in it. I kind of wanted and it's too long. It's 2 hours of a movie, 2 hours and change. About a hour in this movie, and a whole hour in this movie, I was like, I was ready to leave.
Ooh, you're gonna pull a walkout?
And I never walk out of a movie. There's only like maybe 1 to 2 movies I ever walked out
Done
on.
it one time.
I've done it maybe one time
time.
that I can remember. I'm not 100% sure on the second time, but definitely one time I walked out of a movie because it was just kind of dreading and boring. Not in like an artsy type sense, but it's just the plot doesn't make sense. What you see in the trailer is not how the story goes.
Okay, so when I watched the trailer, I thought this movie was all right. So there's a gang led by Liam Neeson. Okay, they all end up getting killed,
Yeah.
but like whatever their job was is now falling to their widows, like their wives, and then the wives have to team up and like complete something. That's what I gathered from the one trailer I watched.
Yeah, I can say
Anything
that.
like
You think
that.
it's spoilerly if I say something about it, or it's not really spoilerly, but
If you don't think it's not really spoiler,
I don't think it's spoilerly, but what he just said is not part of it.
Damn.
The people that are after them, the guys that they got the money stolen from, they're only after the main chick. Was it
Viola Davis.
Yeah, she's the one who got the other wives
Walker.
involved. She's telling her assistant and all the drivers, like, hey, give me the names of the wives so they could join her. She's the only reason why they're after now the wives and everybody. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, wait.
Yeah.
And then she says it like in the story too. Throughout the movie, it's like, oh, they're going to kill us if we don't get the money. I'm like, yeah, because it's your fault the other girls' wives are in on this. It's your fault. Everybody else's lives are ruined. People are dying because of you.
Hey guys, y'all didn't need to be here.
And didn't even
now
tell
that
it.
you are.
Exactly. They didn't even say that, like, hey, I'm sorry I got you guys into this. No, this is like, hey, they're going to kill us all now. Because from the get-go, like,
Yeah.
no, this is your fault. I'm watching you, telling all of them to get them involved into this. And, like, there's other ways of getting the money, too. And, like, your first thing is to, like, okay, I'm just going to pick up from where my husband left off.
Yeah.
The reason why he died, I'm going to just do the same thing.
So, but was there at all like a cool like heist movie like?
Not
like,
really,
main
because they
set
kept
piece, you
they
know?
honestly kept messing up throughout the movie. Like, one person was supposed to, okay, get the car, okay, you messed up on that. One person was supposed to find the blueprints, this, okay, you messed up on this.
So there wasn't like the bank robbery scene in Heat. I'm gonna compare this movie to Heat a lot because
It's a little bit like he is trying to be like a little bit Oceans at the end, but it didn't go as
really?
smooth as Oceans. Well, I'm glad it didn't go as smooth as Oceans. Those things kind of get me. I'm like, really, everything kind of went off as hitch.
Then
Very
Ocean's
lucky.
8 already come out.
Yeah, it was basically Ocean's 8, but without all that luck that they went through.
None of the style and
Yeah, the style and thing. This is very amateurish. They play off of amateurness. Yeah, I didn't feel for none of the characters.
and you say it was very long and very.
It
just
played off
slow.
way too long. This movie could have been an hour and a half
See, because
at
like
most.
See, like, I'm totally fine with, like, slow burn movies. Like, I'm not gonna, like, Heat is a slow burn movie.
But it's
Movie's
great
almost 3
dialogue.
hours.
It's great.
That's what keeps you compelled.
No, the dialogue in this one is not. I mean, the only ones I found appealing in this movie, as far as acting wise, was Colin Farrell's.
Ooh, he's in this movie?
Yeah, he's great in this one.
Is he?
I like him in this one, yeah. Him and I forgot his name, but the guy from Atlanta. He was
I don't know his name.
I don't know his name.
I know his face, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, the other guy, the one that's after them. Like his character is those two's good. A little bit of like Michelle Rodriguez was good. She had a good.
I was gonna ask you if she.
Michelle Rodriguez was actually good in this one. She didn't fully like Fast and Furious it, where I'm gonna act with my fists.
Was she that good or was she SWAT good?
She was a little better than SWAT.
Okay.
At least it's the same thing with SWAT in that. It's like I'm gonna act with my fists and I'm gonna act with my stone cold face. Okay. This one is like you see a little more emotions in her, which I liked.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's really about it. I honestly don't see what everybody else sees in this movie, and it's weird.
And I've heard the same complaints that you're saying.
Yeah.
How movie doesn't make any sense.
No.
Why is it 94% on Rotten Tomatoes?
And there's a twist in this movie. And this one is obviously a spoiler, so I don't want to say it, but there's a twist in this movie.
You can tell me after.
I'm gonna tell you afterwards.
Alright, cool.
But
I'm not gonna say it.
It plays in like towards the beginning of the end of the movie, and you don't play off on it.
Really?
It's weird as shit. Like it's like you knew exactly what's going on. The twist is here. Like, okay, let's just keep going on with this. Let's just go on. Act like the twist doesn't exist. It's like, what? You know this. What are you doing?
It's like you have a really cool setup, and then you just make a quick turn and like, oh,
exactly.
We're definitely not going back to that.
And then bring it back at the end of the movie. It's like, so then what's the point of going on with this?
Remember our cool setup? Now it's here.
Now we'll bring it back. Like
okay.
It's like, and then the audience, like. This is the only time where I applaud the audience for cracking jokes on this movie because that was the only thing pleasing about this.
Oh, did you have people talking in the audience?
Yeah, it's one of those type of movies.
That happened to me in Wreck-It Ralph 2 today.
It wasn't at first it was bothering, but then after like an hour, it's like I want to leave. I just kind of enjoyed everybody else like cracking jokes at it because they felt the same way too. It's like it doesn't make sense. What are you doing?
Okay.
And I kind of feel bad. I mean, like. I think Steve McQueen did an okay job in this one.
Steve McQueen, the director?
Obviously not the fucking
not the actor.
Obviously not the actor.
I think he's been dead for a couple of years.
Pretty sure he's dead. Yeah.
That's crazy because man, did he win for 12 Years a Slave? Like,
yeah, 12 Years a Slave was pretty good. And Moonlight.
That's a great movie. I think
he did Moonlight.
No, that's Barry Jenkins.
Was it Barry Jenkins?
That's Barry Jenkins.
I could have sworn he did Moonlight.
Never saw Moonlight, but I know.
Yeah, so 12 Years a Slave was a good movie, though. I like that. I like that one, yeah.
That's a great movie.
This one, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, so we got to rate it from dynamic, delightful, decent, disappointing, and dreadful. What are you giving?
A little disappointing. I kind of don't recommend watching it. If you want to watch it at home, if you love the actors and actresses, sure, go ahead.
Or
but
just go see Heat.
Yeah, like the guy from Get Out and Black Panther.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I butchered that.
He's more better at names than I am.
I'm sorry.
He had better roles in other movies than this one. Like he had a cool moment, but that was about it.
Is he a bad guy?
He's a bad guy in this one. Him and the guy from Atlanta.
Okay. All right.
Like the guy from Atlanta is the main bad guy. He's his partner in crime.
All right, so I'll definitely not be checking it out.
Yeah, I definitely don't recommend a movie theater.
Let me talk about a good movie, actually a great movie. So I saw Overlord.
I've been dying to see that one.
Oh my god! So Overlord takes place in World War II, the day before D-Day, when the Americans, invaded the.
So before they went on the beach.
Before they went on the beach, and it's about a group of soldiers. They get their plane shot out. They have the parachute out, in a crazy, crazy, awesome opening action sequence.
Like a Michael Bay style opening.
Better
than Michael Bay style opening.
It is pretty much like them parachuting out, and you see it all from one dude's perspective. Like it's all like a one take from him flying out to all the way down. And visually, it just looked freaking stunning. It was great. So they land in this village, and it's Nazis have like acquired it and stuff.
Mhm.
They hide out in like this girl's attic, and then their mission is to take out this tower, because if they take out the tower, they can send communications to the Americans to invade the beach. But what they realize is that the Nazis that are over there are doing like experiments on people, making them like genetic, like mutated creatures. And this movie is awesome.
It's good.
This movie is awesome.
Is this the live action Nazi zombies that?
This is not a zombie movie.
This is not a zombie.
A lot of people were going in thinking that this is like a zombie, like a Nazi zombie
I
type
thought
of
this was a
situation.
Nazi. The way the trailer looked, it was like
yeah.
it's like a Resident Evil / Nazi zombies.
I would say it's more of a Resident Evil, not the goofiness of Resident Evil,
But at least like the original.
but more of like the mutated zombie stuff. But that's really not the main. That's kind of not really the main focus of the movie.
The main goal is
the main goal is the tower, to destroy the tower, and then end up stopping what the Nazis are doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say that for like it sounds like not an original concept.
sounds pretty original to me.
But like like so many like video games have kind of like
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'm
Like
talking
we just said, yeah.
yeah. But like when you're watching the movie, like this movie could have been so dumb. It could have been so goofy. It could have been
Like a B
awful.
horror movie.
Like a B horror
Like
movie.
a Slither.
Well, I kind of like Slither.
A little bit.
A little
Kind of like Slither a little bit. Or the Thing.
But like, yeah, a Slither. Slither's more like a B movie. But really, like, you have very, very good performances.
Yeah.
Very interesting characters. A main bad guy that's pretty compelling to watch. Some pretty great action scenes, I must say. And like the movie it takes itself serious. It's got a great production value. This is a Bad Robot.
Yeah, this is
Abrams
JJ.
company.
Yeah. I like that works in a lot of movies. The whole Cloverfields and
Yeah, well, I think originally this was supposed to be a Cloverfield movie, but then they changed it just to make its own thing.
I'd rather have that better, yeah. I'd rather have it be its own thing than the 1 second at the end. Here's the Cloverfield.
The fucking
Like
Cloverfield the
Paradox.
God,
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
I was like, okay, this
is
was actually a pretty decent movie, and then it's like, right at the end,
It
Cloverfield.
was an okay movie, but then
I quite enjoyed it. For what it was, a space movie like that, yeah.
Predictable.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit. But no, yeah, this movie's great. It stars Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, people probably see him in like 22 Jump Street and stuff. I think he's in something else. Everybody Wants Some.
The spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused?
Yeah. He's great in this movie.
Really?
At some points, he sounds exactly like his dad, which is crazy.
Good for him.
It's crazy. But no, yeah, this is definitely a movie that I suggest people check out. Like, it's just one of those, like, surprise hits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I kind of want to compare it to, like, John Wick. Not in sense of, like, how much of, like...
But how much awesome John Wick was after seeing the movie.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, like, 'cause if you remember watching the trailers of John Wick, like, oh, this looks like a generic, like, cliched action movie, like, whatever. What's Keanu Reeves doing?
Honestly, yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
Then you walk on, like, man, I was actually surprised how, like, that was actually, like, really good.
Yeah, I couldn't wait for a sequel.
Yeah, so I'm kind of putting this in that same boat. Like, when you watch the Overlord trailers, you're like, all right, this looks pretty generic. It looks like Nazi zombies, whatever, who cares? Walk out of the movie like, man, that was actually a lot of fun. Holy crap. And apparently the director of this movie is going to be working on a Flash Gordon reboot.
Really?
Yeah, so now I'm excited for a Flash Gordon reboot.
Yeah, I'm dying to see this one. How was Fitz from Agents of
He's
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
good.
I think it's like the first movie I think he's in since like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started.
This is the first movie he's in. He has a great American accent.
Really?
Great American accent.
I fucking hear because he has like a Irish accent like throughout the show.
He's British or Irish.
He's British, some shit. Yeah.
He's something like that.
Scottish.
Is he Scottish? Yeah.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like there's like 3 accents we could have pulled from. So yeah, Scottish.
Probably yeah.
But no, he's great in this movie. He has a great sequence that's like that he owns.
I can't wait to see this.
I do say I want you to see it because I think you would enjoy this movie a lot. So if I'm gonna rate this from dynamic, delightful, decent, disappointing, and dreadful, honestly, I can't really find any flaws in it. So I think I'm just gonna go dynamic.
Dynamic it is.
Dynamic. This might slip into my top 10. Might slip in there.
I gotta see this movie.
If I watch it again, it probably will. It's fun. All right, and our last movie of the day. Yeah, we can do it quickly.
Yeah, we gotta fit it in.
Yep. Our last movie. I saw Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
This is the weirdest title ever. I mean,
yeah.
I must be old or something, but yeah, like it said in the trailer, Rex makes more sense than Breaks, but
that joke's not in the movie actually.
Really?
Yeah, no.
It was one of those trailer onlys.
There's actually a lot of like trailer onlys apparently.
Holy shit. I think I only seen like 1 or 2 trailers for this one.
Honestly, it's okay.
For the first Disney theatrical sequel.
First Disney theatrical sequel, non-Pixar.
This is okay.
Straight to video.
Yeah, first theatrical.
Yeah. It's okay. So the story is Ralph and Princess Penelope, or they have to go to the internet because they have to buy this steering wheel on eBay to fix her game.
Yeah.
And then it's just a lot of like, oh, Facebook jokes. Here's your Google jokes. Here's your it's a word, like a search engine jokes.
Yeah.
What are other jokes? At one point, Ralph needs to they have to earn a bunch of money, so Ralph starts making viral videos for people to like and him get off money off of like a rip off YouTube. It's like there's heart in the movie. Like I do like the characters of Ralph and Penelope. I think that's her name. Yeah,
Penelope Von Sweet. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I did kind of enjoy the first one.
I do enjoy the first one a lot.
It was a great video game movie. That's not based off a video game.
The video game aspect is not really here.
Yeah, you lost me on this one now.
Like you you have it sort of in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then when they're in the internet, they have like this kind of Fortnite style game that people play. That's like, it looks like Mad Max Fury Road a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That sequence is actually kind of fun. It has Gal Gadot as like the main girl in there.
Really? She's in this one?
Yeah, she's good.
Shit.
She's good. There's actually a lot of like, it really, at one point it reminded me too much of like Ready Player One. With just like, oh, there's that person, there's that person.
Is that what it was? Person. Was it more Ready Player One than like Emoji Movie?
It's more Ready Player One than Emoji Movie. This is not bad like Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
I just think that there's a lot of jokes in this movie that are gonna be very dated in the next 10 years.
That's what I was thinking. Like, have you ever, like I was telling him earlier, have you ever seen like the episode of Fairly Odd Parents when Timmy got sent to the internet? Yeah. And this was like maybe 2001, 2002, and it's just got very dated so fastly.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be this movie. Where it's like 10 years from now, kids are watching this, they have no idea what half the shit is.
No. It does get kind of creative with some there are some like creative like antivirus jokes, virus jokes. Like there is a lot of creativity there.
Any adult jokes?
Yeah.
Something like, the adults can laugh at?
Yeah, I mean I laughed a couple of times. It's definitely the thing is I don't think kids are really gonna understand this movie that much.
Really?
Yeah. Like, yeah, it looks cool for kids.
The colorful, the Fortnite shit you were talking about, the princesses.
But I'm talking about, like, little kids. The princess scene is great, by the way. Only main reason to go watch the movie is the princess scene.
Yeah, it looked kind of funny in the trailer. And then they're promoting the hell out of it with posters and all that.
There's a whole lot more to it in that scene. But, I mean, if you like the first one, check it out. If you think it's going to continue the magic of the video game aspect to it, it really doesn't.
You lost me.
Yeah. So if I'm going to go from dynamic, delightful, decent, disappointing, and dreadful, it's decent. Decent.
Is it movie theater quality? Or
Yeah, because I think the visual aspect of it is kind of cool. I saw it in 3D, and the 3D was really good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was the only showing that was there was for 3D, so I kind of.
I don't remember the last time I seen 3D. I think the next one is Aquaman.
Are we seeing that?
I think we're seeing Aquaman in 3D.
I'm actually excited for that in 3D.
Actually, yeah, you
I'm
know
actually
what?
excited for that in 3D.
This is the year of Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
It's gonna be in
Good.
2 great movies.
What a comeback.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us today on Super Dynamic Bros. Please always like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know which movies you want to go see, which ones you don't. And always have a super dynamic day.
New setup, new me.